collective that has an opportunity to be able to move towards a cycle in love in which they feel fully recognized, or in which they get the appreciation they deserve, in which they feel truly loved, truly seen. Okay? And I will say, I feel like we've gone back and forth on this for a time, maybe going back to relationships that didn't fully acknowledge us or didn't fully see us, because maybe we felt more comfortable in doing so for a time. Okay? For others within this collective, I feel like you might have a choice in love, like a clear choice from the past and a clear choice that is new. But yeah, I don't feel like we can avoid this. There's something about like you can't avoid this anymore. Maybe you've been avoiding dealing with something, avoiding addressing something, avoiding like fully making a decision on something. And I feel for some of you this is related to inner child. So maybe again there's an inner child wound that's preventing you from making a decision with confidence. I heard from choosing yourself. A wound that prevents you from choosing yourself. Okay. What do we need to know about that? I feel this energy of you deserve to be fully acknowledged. You deserve to be taken care of. Some of you aren't super comfortable, or at least haven't been in the past, comfortable in terms of people taking care of you, people supporting you, people doing things for you. I feel this energy of you have a difficulty in receiving from others. Some of you have strong Libra placements. I also have fire sign energy here. Some of you chose energy that in some ways you felt rejected you, but it wasn't necessarily that they were rejecting the truth of who you were. They were rejecting a version of you that you were demonstrating in order to be able to have a place within their life or on their path. And I feel like that was also this wounded part of you. Okay, this wounded part of you. But I feel it's moving out of this energy. I feel it's moving out of this state. Okay, where are we currently in love? Thank you for the gifties. I feel that you are at the precipice of discovery. Some of you know that it will get better from here on out, but you're not really seeing proof of that just yet. You're not seeing proof of that just yet. Yeah, you feel like you're kind of waiting. Like I said, and I feel for some of you, there's a clear choice in the future and a clear choice in the past, and maybe those two different decisions are just conceptual, right? Maybe there's this awareness of the type of person you'll keep attracting if you go back, or the type of person that you could attract if you move forward with courage. So I feel we're kind of torn here. Some of you have a really difficult time making decisions for yourself. You struggle with it. And I think that's part of this overall wound, right? Of feeling worthy of choosing what's best for you. Dang. This song is Rescue Me. So ain't no one gonna come rescue you. That's the truth, okay? But the reality is you don't really want that. Deep down, you know intuitively that you have the capacity to do what is right for you. I do feel like you're being tested, though. I do feel this energy of you're being tested. I feel like in the past, there is someone here that wants to reunite with you. Could specifically be an earth sign. This is someone who feels like you rejected them or you completely closed the door on them. I don't want to spend too much time in the past, but let's just see whether this relationship still has an opportunity to evolve. I feel right now this is somebody who, like I said, feels this soul tie still intact. Feels the two of you are meant to reunite. And you may feel that to some degree as well. But I also feel like there's a part of you that doesn't want to get hurt again by this person, or feels like the situation needs to be done. Like done. At minimum. What I feel within this collective, you look at this situation as, I want to move on from anything that's going to cause me pain like this. And especially for many of you, it's like you're learning to let go of things when you feel like they've reached a point of culmination. But I feel like that's not easy for many of you in this collective because of either an abandonment wound or, again, an inability to make choices for yourself on behalf of your best and highest good. So some of you wonder, do I still feel connected to this person, or am I still just connected to this wound that needs this like final cauterizing, this final stage of healing? I feel like that's what your question is. You don't even really know if it's still this person that's gotcha. Is it just this sense of still needing to choose myself more fully to the extent where this will just fade into the background? Okay. What is the earth sign's intentions towards my collective? Dang. I do feel this person coming in for redemption. I will say that. They are very motivated. This is definitely someone who is driven, motivated. This is somebody who's passionate, confident, strong level of conviction here. This is somebody who sees forever with you. Like who has never really felt emotionally like they were bonded to a partner in which they were bonded to you. I don't know in this collective if you're really receptive to this person. I feel like you were unsure. You're unsure about it. Because you were really patient with this person for a really long time. And you felt like maybe they were just a step on the way to your destiny. And not the destiny itself. Some of you feel like this person would require you to play small. Like if you stayed in their life, you would have to play small. Some of you feel like they make you feel insecure about yourself. So, yeah, I feel for many of you, this is a relationship that you may not go back to. What is this person's action towards my collective? I feel this person coming in to communicate with you. Coming in to communicate with you. And communicating with you in a way in which they're trying to come back into your life, but maybe they're doing so in a way in which it feels like very subtle. Like almost pretending none of this all happened between you. It's kind of messed up. It's kind of effed up. I feel the energy of this person before the end of this year just showing back up and being like, hey, how are you? Like none of this collateral damage took place. Like none of this catastrophe occurred, which is kind of interesting. And I feel this is your energy towards this, okay? This is your energy to this person. Bitch, please. Okay? You're not having it. You're not having it. You're like, I don't trust you. I don't know you. Like, don't even look at me. That's your energy to this person. Okay? You're seeing this person clearly. Some of you could have tattoos. Okay? But yeah, you're seeing this person clearly. This is also the snake, right? Some of you got a really important tattoo this year or recently. Okay? Some of you feel like this year changed you in a way in which you could have never anticipated, but it was in like the most necessary way. Some of you feel like you are forever changed, and now you're seeing yourself differently, you're seeing your life differently. Okay? Some of you feel like this is all relative to trusting yourself and your instincts. Yeah, year of the snake as well, right? This year was the year of the snake, which is like shedding skin, transformation, but it's also purification. Snake can sometimes represent like the threat of imminent danger. So some of you are learning when something is dangerous, right? And learning to be able to discern that, to be able to protect yourself. And I want to be clear, because there's nuance. Danger doesn't necessarily imply that someone is meaning to be dangerous to you. But it doesn't mean that it's not a true danger. It doesn't mean that it can't cause you harm. I feel like that's the difference. That's the difference for this collective. You're recognizing when things are dangerous, even if the person doesn't intend to cause you any harm or seeks no ill intent, it doesn't mean that it can't be dangerous. It doesn't mean that it's not something that you have to protect yourself around. And that's what you're learning here. That's what you're learning here. Okay? Tell me one last message here around this energy here. I feel for many of you, your feminine energy felt activated by this connection. But I don't mean activated by this person directly, because I feel like your feminine energy before this person was under siege. Like we saw at the beginning. Feeling a discomfort in receiving. Feeling a discomfort in accepting help. Feeling a discomfort in allowing yourself to be in that position of not taking the lead or not taking action, right? Trusting. Being able to lean into your intuitive knowing, okay? That part of your feminine energy was in a state of imbalance, discombobulation before this person. And with this person's effect on you and what they required of you in terms of you stepping the F up to be able to protect your feminine energy, that's what activated that feminine energy. The masculine energies within you that saw that your feminine energy was under attack, and that masculine energy's willingness to say, we are going to, in this moment, step forward to be able to make the right decision. Again, logical decision. Not based on emotion. Of course, this person has past traumas and they didn't mean to hurt me. And like, it's really because they have a difficult time. And one time they had an accident because they didn't tie up their shoes. And they really don't mean to be a bad person. It's really not their fault. That's the feminine energy. Like trying to empathize and trying to be like, oh, I feel so bad for the person. The masculine energy was like, bitch, get the hell out of there. Okay, it's dangerous. Get the hell out of there. Okay, I don't care why. I don't care what. I don't need to know. Listen, we all have a trauma roulette from the past. I'm sure we all have lots of stories we could tell. Okay, masculine energy was like, if you want to get what you wish for, if you want to feel safe, you got to remove yourself from people to make you feel unsafe. Okay, the song is Flames. Flames. It's hot. It's hot. There's fire. It's like you touched the fire too many times here. Okay, you touched the fire too many times. And listen, you may still long for this person. Okay, in the same way, this is going to be a heavy message. It's a Friday afternoon. You thought that this would be a lighter energy. You thought that we were just here to have fun and kiki and cut it up. Turns out that wasn't the case, but that's okay. Okay, buyer beware. But anyways, you're locked in now. For many of you, you do still long for this person, or you did still long for this person, right? You still long for this person. Just because you long for someone does not mean that they're good for you. I'm talking to you. The same way that you used to long for your parent to be a good parent to you, the same way that you used to long for a father figure or mother figure to actually care for you and be tender to you and love you enough, or be able to see beyond themselves enough in order to be able to be supportive to you, the same way that you used to long for them, but then eventually realized that you had to put boundaries in place or no contact in place because that person was simply, if anything, acting from a place of buffoonery and unable to address their own BS to be able to be the person you deserved. The same way that you sought them out and you said, I long for you. I long for you to be better. Of course you do. Of course you do. Of course you long to be able to have that state of closeness and intimacy with someone that you care about. Of course you do. Okay? Doesn't mean that they can give it to you. Doesn't mean that they are good for you. And it doesn't mean that it's your fault that they can't either. Okay? This is hot. This connection was hot. Okay? Unhealed masculine energy here. So interesting. Transition of power. The unhealed masculine energy within them triggered the unhealed feminine energy in you, supported by the healed masculine energy in you that came forward to protect the unhealed feminine, to be able to allow the unhealed feminine to become healed, to be able to move forward in a state of integration. Now this unhealed masculine energy is attempting to come forward, but finding that there's a misalignment, finding that the energy is being repelled. Why? Because like type frequencies attract. Frequencies that are not like type repel. That's where you are. Okay? This person does know, though, that if they do come forward, they would have to do so differently. And I feel for many of you, this is somebody who wants to. Okay, this is someone who wants to. But I just keep hearing, but will they? Some of you have lost hope on this connection. Okay? So let's see. Yes, Abigail, we have one spot left. Go to my website, TikTok live readings. 26 for love or career, 36 for a soulmate twin flame, 46 full year. So I feel this energy specifically, knowing that big changes have to happen here. Okay. Knowing that it is more than just them coming forward or communicate. Because I feel like they will do so by the end of this year. I feel like you're going to have a conversation that feels like it is diminishing to you or in some way reduces you or reduces your experience. Do you ever have one of those like periods of communication where it almost feels like someone's trying to get you to co-sign on an experience that you just do not resonate with, like validate an experience that you just know not to be true? I feel almost that's what happens here. This person comes forward, they basically just say, hey, how are you? Happy holidays. And you're like, what? What? Where? Who? And after that, essentially, I see you basically having this breakthrough that this person cannot truly be compassionate to you in the way that you were compassionate to them. They can't. And you accepting that does not mean you don't care about this person, but it does mean you care enough about yourself to remove yourself from something that feels harmful. The inequity is harmful. Their disconnect from their own, emotional selves is not demonstrative of your relationship. And in fact, I feel this person showing up like this in every area of their life. But when you remove yourself from a relationship in which someone cannot nurture you or cannot reciprocate the same level of compassion, you then return that compassion to yourself through action. Damn. There is so much growth here in this collective. I just heard you should be proud of yourself. Some of you have cried recently, tears of joy. Some of you feel like your guides are talking to you a lot more as of late. Some of you have been speaking to birds. That's a very random message. Or feeding birds. Some of you know it's your time. Some of you are waiting for the right opportunity to be able to move forward in a new direction. Or maybe just now you're feeling strong enough to do so. Maybe just now you're feeling strong enough to do so. It's your time, Miss Alma. Tell me about what this time is going to look like for this collective. Okay. There are decisions here. Okay, there are decisions here. Do you continue to repress yourself? Or do you allow yourself to be renewed? Do you allow yourself to experience this spark? For those of you to move forward and attract this new opportunity and love within your life, or just overall a new way of living, experiencing the world, it does feel like you're going to have to give having an open heart a shot. I feel for many of you, your heart is still open, but there's this fusing back into an attunement. It's almost like your heart is open, but there's a part of you that still holds back. That's what I feel within this collective. Because you're still in some ways living by way of the pain that you experienced, which is also just part of the process, right? The process of healing and evolving and growing through a difficult closing of a cycle. But I also feel that has no bearing as to whether you'll be able to manifest a new cycle here, a new relationship here. Some of you have worried that if you still feel a bit guarded, or if you still feel a little bit of hurt from the past, that you won't be able to call on something new. I want you to just allow that worry to float away, because that is not a true reflection of your reality. Okay? Tell me about this new path in love. What do we need to know about new love? Woo! You got people watching you already, like we saw at the beginning, okay? It could be air sign specifically, or a Virgo. Like an air sign or a Virgo. You might not even see these people. You might not even be aware of them. I heard they were wanting to honor you. I feel this energy of like you having this effect on people, and maybe you're not even realizing it. It's like this was the missing piece. This was the shift that needed to take place. Do you notice that sometimes we go through this like gradual process of healing and transformation, but then one day something switches and it all starts to show? That's what I feel. It's like it all starts to show. All of a sudden you feel like you are exuding a new level of confidence. But not just confidence. Like the embodiment of who you actually are. Tell me about this new love though. What do we need to know? For many of you, this could be a long-term relationship. This is somebody who will definitely have a soft spot for you. This is somebody who I feel like you can also choose from a place of self-assuredness. Someone that makes you feel at peace in their presence. Grounded energy, yes. Yes, yes, yes. A grounded energy. Are you ready for a love that feels peaceful? See, this is also the energy of balance, reciprocity. You have now healed your ability to receive. So you're not constantly seeking to prove yourself or prove your value. You're not chasing. You're settling into this energy. You're settling into this energy. I'm sorry, I get excited about real breakthroughs in love. And not to say that they don't happen, but yeah, we all get stuck in our own stuff, right? We all get stuck in our own stuff. And sometimes we don't even see the stuff we're stuck in. We're like, oh no, here comes some more quicksand. Woo, woo, there I go. But this is a real breakthrough. This is a real breakthrough in the energy. Like a love that feels more real and genuine than anything that you've experienced. And for many of you, it's like this is already on its way to you. This is already on its way to you. What does this collective need to do? And there we go. There we go. Nothing. Nothing. Continue to seek balance within your own life. Continue to be able to give yourself all of the love, affection, attention, validation that you were giving to X, Y, and Z energies of the past, okay? Just be a living and breathing example of joy, which can be a rebellious act, truthfully, especially if you're not used to it. But I feel for many of you, it's just really enjoying your life and just being free in that. Being free in that and being able to see the power in that too. That leads to expansion in all areas of life, but love specifically. Listen to the song, I got sunshine on a cloudy day. I feel for many of you in the past, you have devoted yourself so fully, but maybe to the wrong energies. But now you're able to shift into this place in which you are devoting yourself to energies that are actually earning their keep, that are contributing to your life and investing. And to the degree where this relationship can not only be harmonious, but can also feel expansive. Devoted to everything but yourself. Not anymore. Not anymore. Okay? This is the year in which you are fully devoted to your joy. To your joy. And because of that, everything around you is brighter. Everything around you is brighter. And sometimes that's all we need to appreciate ourselves more. This is going to sound so corny. Y'all are going to be like, boo, bleh, bleh, tomatoes, huh, huh. Guess what? You're here already. Might as well listen to it, okay? Suck it up. For some of you, all you need in order to appreciate yourself more, it's a roast, is to just stop focusing so much on other people and start focusing more on yourself. I know that sounds too easy, okay? I know that's like, yeah, girl, we get it. But that's sometimes the shift, right? Focusing less on everyone else's happiness, focusing more on your own. Focusing less on what you can do for everyone else, focusing more on what you can do for yourself. Focusing less on how to create balance in all of those relationships by over-investing and then just reinvesting that into yourself. And sometimes what happens is when you do that, your energy shifts to a place in which you feel more at peace, in which you feel more at ease. Things start to slow down a little bit because you're not always fighting against opposition. You're not always racing forward or chasing or seeking or pursuing something that naturally can't find a balance, right? So what happens in those instances is all of a sudden the equilibrium returns. And when the equilibrium returns, we all of a sudden can stop for long enough to go, dang, I feel pretty good right now. When that balance returns, when that harmony returns, we can actually slow down to go, wow, I'm really proud of myself. Wow, look at these accomplishments. Wow, look how much progress I've actually made. But when we're so desperately seeking forward movement, expansion, and all these areas in which there isn't that natural balance, because we're still trying to prove it to ourselves, to others, we never really feel accomplished. We never really feel at ease. We never really feel grateful because we're always feeling like we're up against a losing game. We're in a losing battle. We're constantly seeking something that is out of reach. So don't trap yourself. Don't trap yourself in that fight, the race to the bottom, as we call it, okay? Within this collective, I see this beautiful exposition of you owning your stuff right now. It's hard. It's messy. It's unpalatable, okay? But it's so gratifying. It's so rewarding. It's so rewarding. And I feel for many of you within this collective, this year ahead is one in which you finally experience true love because you'll be really present in it. You'll be able to experience true love. The other person, of course. But it's so much bigger than that for this collective. Okay? It's so much more than just experiencing true love with a partner. It's experiencing true love with yourself. And really appreciating yourself. And how far you've come. Oh my God, I'm not going to get emotional. It's like, we're trying to have fun on this live. But I feel this energy of like just appreciating yourself, okay? Just appreciating yourself. And realizing like it's not hopeless, okay? It was heavy for a while, but it wasn't hopeless. We got out of it. We got out of the worst of it. You got out of the thick of it. And we're excited about what's to come. We're excited about what's to come. And we're not carrying that same weight of grief that we were once carrying. So I'll say advice moving forward. Honor this growth. Honor this growth. I think it's important that we wear this as a badge of honor. And we allow ourselves to claim this miracle that's being offered to us. No, it's not a love offer or $1 million arriving on your doorstep, although that would be nice, okay? It's this miracle of like, you're good right now. You're in a good place. And you feel that you're in a good place. And you'll continue to feel that you're in a good place, and it can only continue to expand from here. Because for the first time in a really long time, you are your own protector, guardian, support system, advocate, cheerleader. And it's not always easy to do this or take on this role, but it's working for you right now. Okay? So, I hope this message was helpful for my collective. Sending so much love, positive energy, and abundance. If you enjoyed that collective message, if you resonated, 1111 down below. Love you. We tried to do something cutesy bootsy for Friday. We're like, let's do something fun. Let's just cut it up and kiki and just have a gay old time. But we didn't do that. Apparently, we instantly just got into the thick of it. Okay? But I always share what spirit feels I should share. Love you, Bella.